Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome here to one of the greatest days in American history, the 4th of July, Independence Day, where America was born, celebrating its 249th birthday. And what better way to celebrate it by playing America's game in baseball? Today's matchup features the Missoula Mavericks facing off against your Post 22 Hardhats here after some rain kind of came in here earlier a little bit ago. It caused the U18 game of Post 22 earlier to get done in the early stages of the 7th inning. They decided to cancel that game to get this game back in and on track. With the sky still kind of being a little bit dark, the storms have moved away and we're ready here to play some great baseball. So we get set here as the lineups will be soon. Post 22 Hardhats on the start of the Firecracker tournament. They came away with a 6-0 victory over the Rocky Mountain Lobos, and last night was one doozy, having a walk-off hit from Lars Kiefer to defeat the Napoleon River Bandits of a score of 5-4, and that game was absolutely outstanding. It was senior night as well. Dexter Steen and Ada Roberts, they were two recipients of two scholarship awards. So it was a big night for a lot of the seniors, as we'll just go here quickly through the lineups for each team. We'll also hear from our PA announcer. We'll start off here with the Missoula Mavericks. Leading off for them will be center fielder number 2, Carter Taylor. Batting second is catcher number 7, Rylan Davis, followed by the third hitter, second baseman number 10, Coulter Nico Larson. The cleanup hitter is going to be their starting pitcher, number 13, Easton Reimers. Followed in the fifth spot, left fielder number 8, Stellan Ridley. Hitting 6th, shortstop number 5, Caden Tennis. Hitting 7th, first baseman number 17, Andrew Richardson. Hitting 8th, the third baseman number 9, Owen Felton. And in the number 9 spot, the right fielder, Shylin Fairchild. As that is the top 9, with Easton Reimers being the starting pitcher. For your Post 22 Hardhats, the leadoff hitter being number 10, third baseman Aiden Roberts. In the number 2 spot, center fielder number 19, Lars Kiefer. Batting third, the second baseman, number 18, Wyatt Reeder. Hitting cleanup for the Hardhats is the designated hitter, number 27, Kane McLeod. Hitting fifth, the left fielder, number 22, Jace Morgan. Hitting sixth, the first baseman, number 25, Dexter Steen. In the 7th spot here in the Hardhats lineup is right fielder number 23, Carter Johnson. Hitting 8th is catcher number 21, Josh Elder. And playing shortstop in the number 9 spot, number 11, Blaine Hunt. And the pitcher on the mound for the Post 22 Hardhats is number 29, McCoy Rippentrop. So that is the lineups for both these teams, and we'll send it here to our P announcer and Kevin. So I thought that our PA announcer was going to take it away, but both the coaches will meet up with the umpires for this evening's game. Currently, the weather here in Rapid City is a 65 degrees. Yesterday, they were playing in 95-degree weather, so this has to feel a little bit nicer. With humidity at 74%, the wind coming in about 8 miles an hour. And so the Hardhats getting a little bit. The turf field might be a little bit wet, so that might be a little bit of a factor here, but it's not going to be too big. Anything for the Hardhats after they were down at one point against the River Bandits 4-1, made it to 4-2, and then in the bottom of the 7th inning, they made it into a 4-4 game, and then all the way to the bottom of the 9th inning where Lars Kiefer hit the walk-off hit to bring in Wyatt Reeder, and that's how last night went for the third. So this is just the third day here of the 50th annual Firecracker tournament here in Rapid City, South Dakota. A bunch of teams, Missoula, Montana, coming all the way down here. This is not the first time the Hardhats will match up with Missoula. They faced off against them 4 times earlier in the season up in Billings, where they kind of split two. They went 1-2 games. The Missoula has the one loss here. They gave the Hardhats their first loss of the year, and then also with that tie as well, that it was 4-4 with some lightning and some rain kind of playing in. But the Hardhats' overall record this year, 42 wins, 6 losses, and that one tie as well. So this is another great matchup between two great teams here, between the Pulse 22 Hardhats and the Missoula Mavericks. So just shortly getting after here, 7:50 Mountain Time, as the coaches are just exchanging the lineups and how this game will work. 4th of July, it's been a great turnout here at the Black Hills Surgical Ballpark at the Fitz, with some of the crowd still up getting food from the concession stands. Soon the crowd will be filled to the brim here. Every seat will be taken, and it will be for a great 4th of July night. Like I said earlier, what's better than playing America's sport on America's birthday? So the Hardhats, a few guys still in the lineup from last night. Josh Elder playing in his 3rd consecutive game behind home plate. We saw Carter Johnson did not play in yesterday's game, but he did play in the first game of this Firecracker tournament, and he's into right field. Alrighty, so we'll head it off here to our PA announcer and Kevin.
Our leading features this on the scoreboard, the Mavericks of Missoula, Montana, and on to the at this time, the starting lineup for both teams has the player names. Please announce their respective baseline. First of all, for the Mavericks, leading off tonight and playing center field number 2, Carter Taylor. Batting second and catching number 7, Ryland Davis. Batting third and playing second base number 10, Coulter Nicolajsen. Batting fourth and base number 13, Houston Ryder. Batting fifth and playing left field number 8, Selin Ridley. Playing shortstop number 5, Hayden Dennis. Batting seventh and playing first base number 17, Andrew Nicholson. Batting eighth and playing third base number 9, Noah Fletcher. And batting ninth and playing right field number 12, Skylar Fairclough. Mavericks are coached by Brent Halliday, assisted by Brian Wilson and James Martin. Let's see the rest of the Mavericks squad. And now let's see the starting lineup for your Hardhats. Leading off and playing for base, Hayden. Batting second, playing center field, number 19, Lars Keeper. Batting third and playing second base, number 18, Wyatt Reader. Batting fourth, designated hitter, number 27, Kenny Powell. Batting fifth and playing left field, number 22, Dennis Morgan. Batting sixth and playing first base, number 25, Victor Speed. Batting seventh, playing right field, number 23, Taylor Johnson. Batting eighth and catching number 21, Josh Eller. And batting ninth and playing shortstop, number 11, Blaine Hunt. And now the ninth one, number 29, Troy Rintock. And now playing left field is Nick Hughes and Nick Henry. Let's see the rest of the Hardhats squad. Your Hardhats on the plate is Chris Jackson and in the field is Mike Daly. We would ask everyone to please stand as we honor our fallen heroes. In the words of Raymond Chandler, former second major of the Army, we remember those who have made ultimate sacrifice, our wounded warriors, our Gold Star families, and all our loved ones who have been touched by horrors of war. The sacrifice sacrifices have been made to our values and our ideals. For that, we thank them. The grateful nation will always remember, respect, and appreciate these heroes. Tonight, we honor the fallen heroes of South Dakota that have served for our country, specifically tonight those who served in the Vietnam War. And our honorary partner for tonight is Mr. Ted Hunt, who served in the Navy from 1962 to 1966. D.L. Benson, 34 years. Randall C. Anderson, 21 years. Ellen J. Finch, 4 years. Greg Fordyce, 17 years. Curtis L. Helpenstein, 29 years. Vern M. Johns, 4+ years. Ed Meyer, 12 years. Charles A. May, 4 years. Vincent R. Rales, 23 years. And Paul Richter, 59 years. We ask you to please remain standing as we honor America with the playing of the national anthem.
So great intro. Players and the lineups have been introduced. National anthem has been played, and play ball has been said as well. Post 22 Hardhats undefeated so far here in 2 games of this Firecracker tournament. This is day 3. And starting on the mound here for the Post 22 Hardhats is number 29 McCoy Rippentrop. The last time he pitched was in the second game of the doubleheader against Watertown here before this Firecracker tournament. We'll look at his stats here. 11 innings pitched. He has a 1-win to no-loss record, a 3.818 ERA, and a 1.455 WHIP. He also has 13 strikeouts on this year here after battling with a knee injury early on in the year. I know how difficult those can be as he gets in. So again, we'll go here around the defense, starting from left field to right. In left field today is number 22, Jace Morgan. In center field is number 19, Lars Kiefer. In right field, number 23, Carter Johnson. From third to first, all the way around the horn at third is Aiden Roberts, followed by at shortstop, number 11, Blaine Hunt. At second base, number 18, Wyatt Reeder. At first, number 25, Dexter Steen. Behind the home plate today, playing his 3rd consecutive game here in this Firecracker tournament, is number 21, Josh Elder. And McCoy Rippentrop back on the mound. So that's what the defense here looks like today. After a little bit of a delayed start, about an hour later, from 7 o'clock was the play-in time, but with Mother Nature disagreed. So we are ready and set here. Should be a great matchup between the Missoula Mavericks and the Post 22 Hardhats. So Carter Taylor, the center fielder here for the Mavs, is going to be the first batter up. As all the infielders and the Hardhats will go up to McCoy Rippentrop and also salute the three outfielders here in today's game. Carter Johnson, who played in the first game of this Firecracker tournament last night. Kane McLeod, who played in right field, where McLeod is playing in as the DH today. So McCoy Rippentrop, the first pitch here between the Mavericks is underway from the right arm. And this one's just going to drop a little bit down low. That's going to be for ball one. So first pitch just comes a little low of Carter Taylor, leadoff hitter for the Mavericks, as Rippentrop gets his call here from Elder. 1-0 pitch comes from the mound. Swan on. This one is on a line to right field. This one is in foul territory, and that'll be for a foul ball. So 1-1 count here. 2 pitches in. That last one, Taylor, his eyes got big, made contact with it, and just goes wide right. So 1-1 here. McCoy Rippentrop with the stance, the lift of the left leg. Pitch comes, makes contact on it again. Got a piece of it, hits the netting for his second straight foul ball. So this will go to a 1-2 count. Rippentrop will receive a new ball as he shrugs the arms here. Leadoff hitter in Taylor facing a 1-2 pitch. Here it comes. This one is down the middle, catches him looking, and it's a leadoff strikeout for McCoy Rippentrop, getting his 14th of the year, and a great way to start off this 4th of July here as he catches Taylor looking. So now this will pull up the catcher in Ryland Davis. Here the second hitter aboard for Missoula. Rippentrop gets his call. Only pitching 4 on that last for leadoff hitter. This one comes, gets a piece of the netting for a foul ball, goes 0-1. As Rippentrop also made his first appearance this year with the Hardhats in the Omaha tournament. So 0-1 with 1 away. Here comes the next pitch. Swung on. This is going to be on a line drive caught by Wyatt Reeder, the second baseman. And 2 away here quickly. Wyatt Reeder didn't have to go very far to get that one. Up for a quick 2 out. Here comes the second baseman for the Mavericks, and number 10, Colter Nico Larson. Another right-handed batter facing off against a right-handed pitcher. Last night in the River Bandits, they had 8 right-handed batters, only 1 lefty. So Rippentrop, his first pitch will come for a ball one. 1-0. Josh Elder does a great job of framing behind the home plate, getting those pitches that come in for strikes, just like that one, in for strike 1. So a 1-1 count here to start off. Rippentrop in with the lean in. He gets his call. See, straight-legged on the mound. Here comes this pitch. This one is just going to come a little bit outside for ball 2. Rippentrop, who just graduated from Hot Springs High School, as he was also recognized last night's and senior night. Here comes his next pitch. This one is swung on. This one is over the head of Reeder and second. So Nico Larson with 2 away. Singles here for the first hit of the game. And now this will pull in the starting pitcher here today, also hitting 4th for the Mavericks, number 13, Easton Reimers. And Reimers, who was kind of a standout when the Hardhats played him earlier in Billings in less than 10 games of the year. So with 2 away, after Nico Larson hits one over the head of Reeder on second base in a shallow right field. Rippentrop making sure he's got a good look in the corner of his eye. Nico Larson takes off to second, and that was in for a strike. And Elder, who didn't get a good grip off that ball out of his glove. So a stolen base for Nico Larson, puts himself on second, following an 0-1 pitch taken there by Reimers. So Rippentrop with the stance wide on the mound. Rippentrop looks back to second. Here comes his next pitch. That one's also in for a strike. Makes it for an 0-2 count. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 out here. 2 outs in the top of the first inning. Here between the Missoula Mavericks and the post-22 Hardhats. Reimers, we'll see what he does here on this at-bat. 0-2 pitch comes. This one's going to go on that bottom right corner for ball 1. Rippentrop trying to give something in his arsenal there to have Reimers chase after that one. So following the ball, here's a 1-2 pitch that comes off the right arm of McCoy Rippentrop. Back and forth to the runner on second. Pitch comes. This one will also drop a little low for ball 2. So last 2 pitches for 2 balls. The first 2 were for 2 strikes. First one was the taken pitch to let Nico Larson take off to second base for the first hit of the game that he also had. Rip it, drop, the next pitch comes. This one is swung. This one is a ground play right by Reeder. It's off his chest. He juggles it, grounds it up, picks it up, throws over to Steen on first. And that's the third out here of the first inning. Wyatt Reeder staying busy there in that first inning. We saw Carter Taylor strike out on the first hitter of the game, getting McCoy Rippentrop's 14th strikeout of this year. And then we saw the second hitter in Ryland Davis line drive right to Wyatt Reeder. And then we saw Coulter Nico Larson hit the first hit of the game for both teams. And then Issa Reimers, who grounds to Reeder at second, which puts the top of the first away here for Missoula. So Aiden Roberts, leadoff hitter for the Hardhats, followed by Lars Kiefer in the number 2 spot. And in the third spot is Wyatt Reeder, the second baseman. So those are the three due up, and we just spoke about him. Issa Reimers, who just got the ground out there to put away for the top of the first. He is back on the mound, taking in his warm-up pitches. So here's the defense for Missoula, starting in left field to right. In left field is number 8, Stellan Ridley. In center field is number 2, Carter Taylor. In right field is Skylar Fairchild. And then from third all the way to first, at third we have number 9, Owen Felton. At shortstop is number 5, Caden Tennis. At second base is number 10, Coulter Nico Larson. And at first is number 17, Andrew Richardson. Doing the duties behind home plate is number 7, Riley Davis, and Easton Reimers on the mound. So here for Aiden Roberts, who last game started off great. He went 3 for 4 yesterday. Also had an intentional walk at the end of the game, had 2 singles and a triple. As he second on the team in batting average with a .397, .531 on-base percentage, and slugging at .603, having 52 hits. So Roberts will settle in here for the bottom of the first inning, and the Hardhats did not lead in last night's game until the walk-off hit by Lars Kiefer. They were tied for quite some time in the late innings and about an inning when they tied it up to make it 1-1. So Reimers here will do the duties of the first pitch to the right-handed batter and third baseman Aiden Roberts. In the righty-to-righty matchup, first pitch comes in for a strike call. Aiden Roberts will let that one fly in right through. Doesn't have to do very much. 0-1 count. Reimers gets his call with the big leg kick. This one comes up high of the box given by the umpire for ball 1. So 1-1, 2 pitches in. Reimers' third one. This one will bounce off the turf and rolls all the way back towards the backstop for ball 2. 2 balls and a strike. Here for Aiden Roberts. He takes an extra second before re-entering the batter's box. Reimers, big old leg kick on the mound. Next pitch, same spot as the last one. It hits that bottom corner and rolls again towards the backstop. So Lars Kiefer, the man on deck, has to go back and forth on the last 2 pitches to get that foul ball. 3-1 the pitch here. Swung on by Roberts. This ground play right through the middle between the second baseman and shortstop. And a leadoff single for Aiden Roberts, who gets his 37th single, making it his 53rd hit of the year. And the hero of last night's game, Lars Kiefer, he comes in here just at a .299 average, a .421 on-base percentage, and a .396 slugging. So following the leadoff single for Aiden Roberts, he's on first base. And the first one will come on a foul tip there from Kiefer. So 0-1 to start off. So Reimers will get a new ball. Great showing here on the 4th of July. Now it's great weather to shoot off some fireworks. 0-1 the count here, Reimers. Next pitch just comes a little outside of Kiefer. He'll take that one for ball 1. So 1-1 count here in the bottom of the first inning, with the leadoff single from Aiden Roberts, who is on first base right now for post 22. Reimers is going to go towards there. Richardson on first. Makes the catch, but no tag attempted. So Roberts slides in safe. Broden Sales also had a successful pickoff attempt here against the Mavericks early in the year. And the next pitch comes. This one's going to go past Tennis, the shortstop. So back-to-back singles for the Hardhats. Lars Kiefer totaling for his 36th single of the year and his 44th base hit of the year. So here comes danger to the plate. Wyatt Reeder leading the team in batting average with a .535, a .608 on-base percentage, and an .813 slugging. He leads the team by 21 more hits than Aiden Roberts, who is at second with 52. Reeder has 83. First pitch comes here as Reeder will take a bunt. This one just goes foul on that left on the third base line. So 0-1 Reeder, who can place a beautiful bunt. He's done that a few times this year. Reeder, who had an RBI ground out on his first at-bat in the last game, which brought in Lars Kiefer to tie the game 1-1 in that first inning between the River Bandits. So 0-1 here with runners on first and second with no outs. Reeder wanted to go for that bunt again, but he won't chase after that one was coming inside near his shins for ball one. So Richardson, the first baseman, playing deep in the infield on first, as well as the third baseman and Owen Felton. So 1-1 the count here. Here comes the pitch to Reeder. He tries to go for that bunt. This one up and away. Davis, who tried to go after it. It was a little bit out of his reach. So another foul bunt there for Wyatt Reeder. So he goes to 1 ball, 2 strikes. No outs still here remaining in the bottom of the first in a 0-0 game. As Reimers, who is going to request a new ball here. Sometimes with this field being a little wet from the rain that came earlier, you want the driest ball as possible. So 1-2 count here for Wyatt Reeder. Just a third hitter here in the bottom of the first inning for the Hardhats. Reimers gets his call, looks back to Roberts, the man on second. He's going to take off to third. This pitch comes in down low, and both runners advance to second and third. Reeder takes that one for ball 2. So Aiden Roberts, who gets his 35th stolen base of the year. What a great number 35 is. The legends wear that number for sure. 2-2 count. Reimers now has a good look to the runner on third. This pitch, again coming in close to Wyatt Reeder. He takes that one for ball 3. 3 balls, 2 strikes, no outs with first base wide open for him. Roberts on third, Lars Kiefer on second, following the back-to-back singles to kick off the first 2 batters. Reimers the big old leg kick. This one fouls off to the right side by Reeder. He stays alive on a 3-2 count. So another ball is given here to Reimers. He'll try to grip it here. Reeder re-enters the box, sways the bat down low. Looks ahead of Roberts on third. Here comes the pitch. Reeder makes contact. And again through the gap into middle. This brings Aiden Roberts in to score. And an RBI single for Wyatt Reeder and puts the runners on the corners. And the Hardhats have the first run of the game. It's 1-0. So Kane McLeod here, a .307 batting average, a .390 on-base percentage, and a .414 slugging percentage. And for Aiden Roberts, he tallies his 59th run of the year. Wyatt Reeder gets his 58th RBI, also getting his 84th hit of the year and his 58th single. That's a lot of information that it is shot right at you. So runners on the corner still with no outs. Kane McLeod here, the DH. First pitch he sees, this is ground ball right to the second baseman. The one over to second, the one to first. So it's going to be an RBI ground out, which brings Lars Kiefer in to score. So it's 2-0. Pulls all runners here off the base. So Kiefer with the run. Reeder out. And pulls up Jace Morgan. And for Jace Morgan, .323 batting average, a .465 on-base percentage, and also having a .391 slugging. So, as he has some extra time here outside the box to work with this. And for Kane McLeod, that is his 35th RBI, again, back to that number 35 conversation. So first pitch that Morgan will see, makes contact with it, makes a foul ball over to the left side of the third baseline. So with an 0-1 count with 2 outs here in the bottom of the first, Hardhats getting their first lead here of the game, 2-0. Reimers here on the next pitch. Morgan gets good contact. This one goes to the gap of the first baseman and second. So another base hit. That is just the 4th here of the game for the Hardhats. And Jace Morgan wants to add in with the fun that Aiden Roberts learns Kiefer and Wyatt Reeder hat. So for Jace Morgan, that is his 44th hit of the year and his 37th single. This pulls in Dexter Steen, third on the team in batting average with a 388 on average, 560 on base percentage, and a 510 slugging. First pitch he will take is going to be right in through the middle for a strike, and the on-base percentage is high for Dexter Steen. The reason why, he has been walked 28 times this year. He leads all hard hats in that category, followed by Jace Morgan, who's on base. He's been walked 23 times. Next pitch comes in here to Dexter Steen, inside and down low near his shoes for ball one. A ball and a strike apiece. Both teams now having a hit apiece. Hard hats having 4. Steen gets contact on this one. This one into right center. The right fielder who is under it makes the catch, which was Fairchild. And that's going to be for the third out. Well, that will do it here for the first inning between the Missoula Mavericks and the Post 22 Hard Hats, as they have a 2-0 lead thanks to the leadoff single from Aiden Roberts. They had 3 singles in a row from the first 3 batters, and Roberts, Kiefer, and Reeder. And Roberts and Kiefer both tallying a run. Reeder getting an RBI, and then Kay McLeod, who grounded out, RBI ground out, into a double play, which put 2 away. And then Morgan, who singled, and then Steen in the flyout to right field. So the 3 next due up here for the Mavericks are going to be the left fielder, number 8, Stellan Ridley, the shortstop, number 5, Caden Tennis, and the first baseman, number 17, Andrew Richardson. So those are the 3 due up. As McCoy Rippentrop threw a strikeout back in that first inning. As he gets his warm-up pitches in. Brody Thompson, the last time he played was the last game against the Watertown, Post 17 Watertown, where he pitched at the end of the game and then he caught the game before in that game 1 of the doubleheader. So giving him a long rest period, while Josh Elder is playing well at bat and behind the plate. The catcher is one of the, I will say, is the most difficult job in baseball. So Stellan Ridley here, the left fielder, will come in. He'll be the leadoff hitter for the Mavericks here in the second inning. Hard Hats up 2-0. So Rippentrop gets settled in here on the mound. Here comes the first pitch from Rippentrop. The first lefty he will face. First pitch of the second inning, down the middle for strike 1. So the 5th hitter in the lineup for the Mavericks will be a lefty. 0-1 the count. Here comes Rippentrop's pitch. This one is going to be fouled up and out of play over the roof here in front of our spectators. So that one rolling into the parking lot most likely. So following the foul ball, 0-2 the count here for the leadoff hitter, and Ridley. Next pitch comes, swung. This one is popped up high. Roberts giving chase, loses the hard hat. This one is going to drop into foul, this is going to stay fair. So Morgan hauls this one into second base. That's going to be a double for the leadoff hit for Stellan Ridley, because that one was a little close on that left field side. I should have switched the camera angles. So that's going to be the second base hit of the game for the Mavericks. This now pulls in the shortstop, Caden Tennis. Ian Roberts, the third baseman, who was giving chase towards that ball, and lost his hard hat while running full sprint. Jace Morgan in left field, who was also going after, who made that throw to Holland into second base. So following the leadoff double, Rippentrop, he gets settled here on the mound. Here comes the first pitch to the next hitter. This one is going to be for ball 1. Starts off a 1-0 count. Eller will give him the signal here for the call. Straight-legged on the mound with that left leg towards Eller and the batter. Here comes the pitch. This one is swung. This one is going to be a ground to Steen, a line drive that was caught by Steen. He tried to make that a 10th throw to second, not in time for the double play. So that's just going to be one away, the line drive to Steen from Tennis. And now this pulls in Andrew Richardson, the first baseman, with 1 away. And with Ridley still on second. A little lefty here that Rippentrop will face off against. He looks back to second. Here comes the pitch. This one's going to get him on that right leg. So a hit by pitch puts runners on first and second. First pitch that Richardson faces, as that is going to be the tallied for the 65th hit by pitch this year for the Hardhats, pitching wise. For batting wise, they have been hit 100 times, as that one bruises. Help your team, you take one for the team, and you have proof to show it. So runners on first and second with only one out. This now pulls in the third baseman, Owen Felton. As Rippentrop is going to take a step here off the mound, as Ridley on second. Very, very excited to get over to third base. So waiting for the first pitch here is Missoula's third baseman. Here it comes. This one is going to be in for a strike. Starts off his fourth at-bat here of the second inning with a strike. 0-1, Rippentrop sways that right arm with the ball in the right palm. Back and forth. Gets his call, lifts the leg. He's going to go backwards here as he took that step off the mound to see if the runner was going to take off from second again. 0-2 as Felton re-enters the batter's box here. No balls and a strike here, the count. Blaine Hunt backs off on second. Pitch comes. This one is swung. This one into right field. Johnson's under it, makes the catch for 2 outs, and they're not going to tag up. So 2 away here in the second inning. Runners still hold off on first and second. So Fairchild will come in, the right fielder here for the Mavericks. Carter Johnson getting his first action here of the game in right field. Already the number 9 hitter here in the lineup for Missoula is Rippentrop with his first pitch. Comes in, swung on and missed for strike 1. Started his last at-batter with an 0-1 count and then hit into right field. Gets 2 outs here in the second. So Rippentrop again with the call sign from Josh Elder behind the plate. Hunt backs off of his patrol duty on second. This pitch is in for strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. Runners on first and second for the Mavericks with 2 outs. A lot of 2s here in this second inning. Rippentrop gets his call. Lift the leg. Pitch comes, swung on and missed for strike 3. And the third out here in the top of the second inning. So the second strikeout of the day for Rippentrop gets a total of 15 on the year. And all of the Mavericks in the lineup for Missoula, 1 through 9, have had at least 1 at-bat. So the Hardhats going into the bottom of the second with a good 2-0 lead. I would say in hockey, they say a 2-0 lead is the most dangerous. In baseball, that could be the case. But baseball, you could get run after run after run with base hit after hit after hit. So the 3 due up here for the Hardhats is going to be the right fielder, number 23, Carter Johnson. Followed by, in the batting 8th, is catcher Josh Elder. And then we go to the number 9 hitter in the shortstop, Blaine Hunt. So Reimers, who let 4 hits in the first inning and 2 runs against him. Here for the right-handed starting pitcher. We'll look here at Carter Johnson's batting stats, averaging at a .190, a .331 on-base percentage, and a .250 slugging. He has 19 hits this year, 17 RBIs. He did hit a home run here against Missoula, so maybe history repeats itself. You never know. So here comes Tater Johnson, the nickname for Carter Johnson. So he does his little slide into the right-handed batter's box. And we are set here to kick off the bottom of the second inning. On this 4th of July, first pitch you'll see, takes a swing. This one gets past the second baseman. This one is rolling into center field. Johnson's not stopping at first. Here comes the throw to second over the head, and that's going to be a double for Carter Johnson. He salutes the crowd for a leadoff double, and the post-22 Hardhats catching on fire here in the most recent games. So Carter Johnson getting his 20th hit of the year and his 4th double of the year. This is the catcher Josh Elder with a .235 batting average, a .380 on-base percentage, and a .365 slugging. Elder also having 20 hits this year. The only player that does not have 20 or more hits is Brody Thompson, who has 9. He has played way more or less games than most of these players here playing in this or on the bench as reserves. So here comes Eller, the catcher, following Johnson's first pitch of his at-bat. Takes off for the double first pitch. Eller will take, is going to be in for a strike one. So 0-1 the count. Johnson again takes his lead off of second base. 5th hit of the game already for the Hardhats. Next pitch, Eller makes good contact. This one into right field. This one is caught. Johnson turns on the Hot Wheels. Here he comes into third base after the tag up the throw, where it moves the third baseman and Felton all the way out back. So 1 away. Johnson advances to third and now pulls in the number 9 hitter in Blaine Hunt. So Blaine Hunt, 4th on the team in batting average with a 360, 486 on-base percentage and a 465 slugging. Also got 40 hits last night, entering this game with 41. So first pitch will come in for ball 1. A 1-0 count to start off with 1 away in the bottom of the second. Johnson having a lot of runs here this year with 29, looking to get his 30th. This one is hit, the ground ball right to first. Johnson's just going to hold off on third as Richardson was looking for the double play. He tags first base, and that's 2 away here in the bottom of the second. So back to the top of the order. Aiden Roberts hit a leadoff single, had a stolen base and a run with that lucky number 35 and the stolen bases. So Johnson's still on third. Here comes the first pitch that Roberts will take for ball 1. He was also the picture used on the game day post today. Thanks to Mike Wolforth Photography for getting those pictures. 1-0 pitch comes in. This one is going to be counted for as strike 1. Roberts looking in to get that one on a soft hit, trying to pull in Johnson in. So 1-1 the count. Reimers looking back and forth on home plate at third. Roberts takes a swing on this one high up in the air, fouls off to the right side. So with that foul ball, the result of a 1-2 count with 2 outs in the second inning. 2-0 still in the score here in favor of the Hardhats in the third day here of the 50th annual Firecracker tournament. Here comes Reimers' pitch. Swung on a miss, but it's dropped. Picked up here by Davis. The throw to Richardson at first is there for the third out here. So that will do it for the second inning. Carter Johnson, who had a leadoff double in this third inning, got the things rolling, keeps this up for the Hardhats. So that's going to be the first strikeout of the day for Easton Reimers. And then we go back to the top of the order as well for the Mavericks with Taylor, Davis, and Nico Larson. So right now, all of the retired veterans, active duty, round of applause. So we'll go here through the MLB scores here today on Independence Day, the 249th birthday, as Rippentrop will get his warm-up pitches in. Currently in a nail-biter game in the top of the 9th inning, the Chicago White Sox up over the Colorado Rockies 3-2. Top of the 5th inning, Astros kind of beating up here on the Los Angeles Dodgers of a score of 6-1. Top of the 3rd inning, also another big game that's got a big score here early in the game. Kansas City Royals up 6-2 over the Arizona Diamondbacks. So we already are, Rippentrop is warmed up fast. This pulls in Carter Taylor, who had a leadoff strikeout in the start of this game. So we'll see what Rippentrop can do facing off against him for the second time today. Here for the right batter, the center fielder. First pitch he sees, swung on and missed for strike 1. As the Hardhats, with that big momentum boost with the walk-off win last night, they're coming in this game with a lot of energy on a great night to do it. 0-1 count. This one comes high and inside for ball 1. So settles it even at 1 ball, 1 strike apiece. The leadoff hitter and Taylor. Rippentrop as he juggles the ball here in his glove. lifts the leg, extends off the mound. This one down the middle, swung up high and a miss for strike 2 for Taylor. A ball and 2 strikes. Top of the 3rd inning. Rippentrop delivers the pitch. This one drops a little down low for ball 2. Rippentrop also trying to get him to chase that one a little bit down low. He has 2 strikeouts today. Here comes the pitch. Swung on, got a piece of it. As this one goes back for a foul ball. The starting pitcher in last night's game for the Hardhats was Ryan Negebauer. He had a strikeout in each inning until the 4th inning. He was pulled in later. And then it was Skyler Montgomery who came in later in the late. He threw 4 strikeouts. So 2-2 following the foul ball. Here comes Rippentrop. Pitch. This one is going to be a caught in foul territory by Dexter Steen and 1 away. Here in the 3rd inning, Steen making another line drive catch today. He's staying busy on first. So this will be Ryland Davis, who had a line drive to Wyatt Reeder on second base. So Rippentrop gets the call from his catcher and Josh Elder. Lift of the leg, pitch comes. This one is just going to be a little bit down low for ball 1. Rippentrop, who has been consistent all season long here for the Hardhats. He's doing so and showing us here in this game. Next pitch comes in for a strike. 1-1 apiece. Rippentrop again after Davis, the catcher for the Mavericks, took a second there outside the box. So 1-1 pitch here comes. This one is going to be just up high for ball 2. As the sun is starting to set here a little bit. Lights are on in full action. 2-1 pitch. This one is swung on. This one into right field. Carter Johnson loses his hard hat. Takes a little bit of a trip, but he has no problem doing that. Makes the catch in right field for the second out here in the 3rd inning. So this pulls in the second baseman for the Missoula Mavericks, and number 10, Coulter Nika Larson, who hit the first hit of the game for the Mavericks with the single, also had a stolen base. So Rippentrop, his first offering comes. This is going to be a ground ball. Dexter Steen up to the task. He's just going to run over and tag first base himself. Easy peasy lemon squeezy from the Steen bean. And we go to the bottom of the 3rd inning. Hardhats still holding on that 2-0 lead after they made that happen in the bottom of the 1st inning. So leadoff hitters for the Hardhats will be Lars Kiefer, Wyatt Reeder, and Kay McLeod, as that is going to be your hitters up next for the post-22 Hardhats. So we'll resume here to the MLB scores around the league, and I got to mention this, with Danger Zone playing from the movie Top Gun, nothing more American than Top Gun fighter jets, Tom Cruise. It doesn't get any better than that. So resuming here to our scores, the Athletics beating the San Francisco Giants of a score of 2-0, that one in the 2nd inning. And some of you may know, as I've said it a lot of the times here on the broadcast, I'm a big Boston Red Sox fan, and we got a big win here in the nation's capital over the Washington Nationals of a big score, 11-2, the final. We also saw the Cincinnati Reds defeat the Philadelphia Phillies of a score of 9-6. The Chicago Cubs, I know Taylor Johnson will be very impressed with this score, beating their rival, the St. Louis Cardinals, of a score of 11-3. In the Battle of New York, the New York Mets defeat the Yankees 6-5. That's always good from Red Sox fans seeing the Yankees lose. A shutout alert here. The Seattle Mariners defeat the Pittsburgh Pirates of a score of 6-0. And one more here before we head over to the game. The Minnesota Twins defeat the Tampa Bay Rays of a score of 4-3. So Lars Kiefer, he's been on a roll here in his last few at-bats. Obviously getting the walk-off win last night to get the 5-4 win. He had a single on his first at-bat in this game, and also tallied in for a run. The first pitch he will take will be downstairs for ball 1. A 1-0 count. Reimers kicks the leg up high. Next pitch is up high for ball 2. Lars Kiefer, very patient here at the plate. Doesn't want to take anything that isn't going to be given to him for free. He takes the next pitch, takes a swing. This one is popped up high for a foul ball out of play. As you see in that bottom left of your screen, I had to put in Happy Birthday America. Here comes the next pitch. Kiefer takes a swing on it. This one is, again, foul ball over to the right side and out of play. So 2 straight foul balls off the bat here from Lars Kiefer. Will be a 2-2 count for the leadoff man in the bottom of the third for the Hardhats. Looking to put a extra lead here, 2-0 the score. 2-2 pitch comes. Next pitch comes up high for ball 3. So Lars Kiefer, who faces full count here. Reimers. Pitch comes. This one is going to be downstairs for ball number 4. So leadoff walk. Reimers not having the ideal start he would like to have. So this pulls in Wyatt Reeder, the second baseman who hit an RBI single, which brought in Aiden Roberts to make the first lead of the game for the Hardhats. And Kiefer also showing some crazy speed as Reeder takes a swing on this one. This one is going back to right center. Center fielder makes the catch, and that will be for the first out here in the inning. Hard hit ball there from Wyatt Reeder into center field. It was caught by Carter Taylor. So this is Kay McLeod who steps in here. He had an RBI ground out that resulted into a double play. So here goes Kiefer. Takes off to second. The throw to second. Nico Larson the tag and safe. Lars Kiefer will steal second. Speedy Gonzalez. And that will be also taken for as ball 1 here for Kay McLeod. For Lars Kiefer, for that being his 26th stolen bag of the year. Or sorry, that was in for a strike. 0-1 the count here for McLeod with 1 away in the bottom of the second. And he takes his next pitch, swung on and missed for strike 2. So Reimers looking to get something here on the cleanup hitter in the lineup, the 4th batter, as Kiefer teasing Reimers here at the plate as he's stutter stepping back and forth. As McLeod gets a piece of this one. It's going to be fouled off on that third base line, so he stays on an 0-2 count here. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out following the Reeder fly out into center field. Kiefer got his 26th stolen base of the year. He's on second. Reimers the pitch. This one is swung. This one gets past the shortstop on a diving play, and that will be a single for Kay McLeod and puts runners on the corners. He was facing an 0-2 count. Strikes when he needed it the most. And for Kay McLeod this year, that is his 44th hit of the year and his 33rd single. Now this pulls in Jace Morgan, also singled his first time up. So this is a great opportunity here for Jace Morgan. So not only add in the hit total, but also for the RBI total to bring Kiefer in to score. He already has 1 run today. Kiefer looking to get for his 53rd run of the year. With McLeod following his single, we'll see if he takes off here to second to put first open. First pitch, as Morgan will see, got a piece of it. Ricocheted off of the catcher and over to the right side. So 0-1. 1 out following Reeder's out, and just the second batter Reimers faced here in the 3rd inning. 0-1 pitch here from Reimers' right hand. Gives a nod to his catcher. Here it comes, swung on Morgan, another foul ball. This one to the right side in front of the Mavericks dugout. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out here for the Post 22 Hardhats left fielder and Jace Morgan. Runners remain on the corners. Reimers' pitch. This one is popped up high. This one up and over. Third baseman is Felton. He can't reach that one as that one is over in the grass field for the 3rd consecutive foul ball here from Jace Morgan. He swung on it 3 times. You know what that means. He wants to add for another base hit today. He's 1 for 1. Why not make it 2 for 2? 0-2 the count. Reimers Looks ahead at Kiefer, the runner on third. This next pitch on the outside left corner as Kiefer decides he's just going to take off to second. Puts runners on 2 and 3 for ball 1 as well. So a ball and 2 strikes here for Morgan. All the infielders playing in towards that grass. Here comes the pitch, swung on by Morgan. This ground ball caught by Richardson, the first baseman. He underhands tossed this one as the Nico Larson, the second baseman, who covered for him, and gets the second out, following the ground out from Jace Morgan. So Dexter Steen, the walk master, comes to the plate here. He's 0 for 1 today with a fly out in right field. Runners on 2 and 3 at 2 outs. First pitch, he will see, is in for strike 1. 0-1 count. Hardhats totaling 6 hits this evening with Missoula's 2. And a 2-0 lead in favor of the hometown team, the Post 22 Hardhats. Reimers. Another high knee kick on the pitch delivery. This one will go down low into the turf for ball 1. So 1-1 the count. Reimers has the ball behind his back. Seeing what Davis, the catcher, wants here in this next pitch. Swung on by a Steen. This just is a little soft grounder over to first. That'll be taken by the first baseman, Richardson. He'll tag first himself. So we're 3 innings in, going into the 4th inning. Hardhats were up 2-0 since the first. We will see if they extend their lead. And McCoy Ribbentrop, who returns back to the mound into the 4th. So in that inning, we saw the leadoff walk from Lars Kiefer. Then Reeder fly out to center field. Kane McLeod goes 1 for 2 today with a single. And then Morgan and Steen both grounding out to Richardson on first. So before we get into the next inning, we'll go here through the remaining final scores. This game had to address extra innings, just like last night between the River Bandits and the Hardhats. The San Diego Padres defeat the Texas Rangers of a score of 3-2. Toronto Blue Jays defeat the Los Angeles Angels 4-3. That one also occurring in extra innings. Detroit Tigers defeat the Cleveland Guardians of a score of 2-1. Milwaukee Brewers defeat the Miami Marlins 6-5. And the final score here of the MLB today, the Baltimore Orioles defeat the Atlanta Braves 3-2. So the final warm-up pitch to kick off the 4th inning was thrown by McCoy Ribbentrop. And leadoff hitter is going to be the pitcher in Easton Reimers. And for Easton Reimers today, has a ground out 0 for 1. As he was the last out in the 1st inning. Ribbentrop the first pitch. This is going to be swung on. Just gets past his hand. Reeder provides extra help. Easy peasy again. First pitch into the 4th inning, 1 out. So this is Stellan Ridley. Had a leadoff double in the 2nd inning for the Mavericks. So he's 1 for 1 today, the lefty hitting left fielder. First pitch here from McCoy Ribbentrop is just going to go a little low for ball 1. 1-0 count. Ribbentrop gets his call from Elder once yet. Lifts the leg, hurls this pitch, fouls off. This one might hit the light, and it does. I called it. This one is bouncing, hits the dugout there. I'm not sure, as our scoreboard on the top left of the screen kind of affected that one hitting the light there. A big old light pole. 1-1 pitch following the foul ball. This one is in for strike 2. Ribbentrop delivers when you need him. Faster than Amazon and same-day delivery. So a 1-2 pitch with 1 away. His next one travels on that top left corner for ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Ribbentrop settling in here on the hitter and not Calvin really. I'm thinking football. in Stellan Ridley. Next pitch is in for strike 3. Catches him looking. McCoy Rippentrop. It's his 3rd strikeout of the game and sends Stellan Ridley back to the dugout with 2 outs. So this is Caden Tennis, the shortstop for the Mavericks. He had a line drive to Dexter Steen on first, his first at-bat. Here for the righty hitting batter. The shortstop, first pitch, this one travels outside of the right for ball 1. Tomorrow a doubleheader for the Hardhats at 4:30 and 7 o'clock. Also the fireworks show happening. You can come to the ballpark or tune in at Hardhats TV. We'll cover it all. Next pitch, this one comes down to the turf as taking that one off the chest pad was Josh Elder, making sure that one was out in front of him for ball 2. So 2-0 the count with 2 outs in the top of the 4th inning. Hardhats still holding on to that 2-0 lead. As Tennis will take this next pitch. Got a piece of it, fouls off, hits the back of the netting. So for a 2-1 count here. We'll see what McCoy Rippentrop will pull out here, the bag of tricks. Here comes his next pitch. Got a piece of it, fouls off again, up and over the netting into the crowd. So 2-2 the count here with 2 outs in the top of the 4th inning. Rippentrop, who receives a new ball here from the home plate umpire. Lifts the leg. Pitch comes. Swan on this ground ball. Right back to Rippentrop. As he has a same-day delivery right over to Dexter Steen on first base for the 3rd out here. So that does it for the top of the 4th. First 3 hitters in Reimers, Ridley, and Tennis go out like a lamp in 1, 2, 3. So the next 3 hitters here for the Hardhats are going to be Carter Johnson, Josh Elder, and Blaine Hunt, the 7, 8, and 9 hitters going into the bottom of the 4th. So today for the leadoff hitter in Carter Johnson, who got his 20th hit of the year and his 4th double. Looking to go for 2 for 2 today as Eason Reimers, who is still on the mound. He's only thrown for 1 strikeout. That was back in the 2nd inning. He has allowed 6 hits and 2 runs. Those 2 runs occurring in the 1st inning. So he gets his final warm-up pitch in here on this 4th of July. This game's going by quick. So Johnson, the tater shuffle into the batter's box. So Reimers, who will wait to see what he will give the first pitch here to the bottom of the 4th to Carter Johnson. Reimers, the righty, here with the first pitch. This one is going to come in for a strike. Johnson lets that one go all the way through. Johnson might want to test Reimers out here. See what he has to offer, and then strike on it later. He went to try to go for that bunt there. That one drops down low for ball 1. No take needed there from Tater Johnson. A 1-1 count. Reimers taking little baby steps on the mound. Here comes his next pitch. This one on that bottom right corner for ball 2. First pitch was in for a strike. Last 2 for 2 balls. A 2-1 count here. Reimers. Next pitch. This one is swung on into center field. Going to the right side. That will be caught for the first out here in the bottom of the 4th. So Josh Elder, who's 0 for 1 today, with a fly out, he steps in here with 1 away. Easton Reimers on the mound. Starting this game, first pitch, Elder will see this is going to be a ground ball on that first base line. Richardson tags along with it, tags first base. First pitch, Elder sees ground out, 2 away. So Blaine Hunt making his second at-bat here for the number 9 hitter in the lineup for the Hardhats. First pitch, and he gets him. So Blaine Hunt, we all know he likes to just get baseballs hit at him, as that is his 17th hit by pitch of the year. First time, that's now the 101st hit by pitch this year for the Hardhats. So that puts him on first, a free ticket, free express ticket indeed. First class seat right on first base. You get a good look on second, where he's licking his chops. He is second on the team in stolen bases too, with 31. So Aiden Roberts comes in 1 for 2 today, a single and a strikeout. First pitch he will give from Reimers will go for ball 1. Aiden Roberts, mentioned before the game, he was a recipient of a scholarship, him and first baseman in Dexter Steen. So congratulations to both these boys as Hunt takes off to second, as no attempt there from Davis to make that throw, as that was also taken for as ball 2. So he was licking his chops to the run on to second, and he gets the big kneel on second. Now he has that good look over on third. 2-0 here for Roberts, making his third plate appearance of the day. Next pitch he takes, this one is going to be fouled up, high up in the air over the right side. So 2-1 here for Aiden Roberts. 2 balls and a strike. Reimers looks back to Hunt on second. No one in the area on base. Reimers, high leg kick. This one is swung. Put on a hard hit over the head of the second baseman. Blaine Hunt being told to come in home. Blaine Hunt is in. He scores. Hockey, wrong sport, but he gets the run. Still very much excitement. It's 3-0 now. Aiden Roberts gets his second single today for an RBI. So Blaine Hunt gets the hit by pitch, a stolen base, and that hit from Roberts sends him from second to home. Now this is Lars Kiefer, a single and a walk today, with a stolen base and a run as well. So Kiefer, here on his first pitch that he will see is going to be for ball 1. Aiden Roberts, hard hit ball over Nico Larson, the second baseman for the Mavericks, over his head and into right center. Excuse me. Reimers decides he wants to go pick off Roberts' attempt there on first. Not going to be in time. Roberts stays in or slides in safe. Reimers, next pitch to Kiefer. This one down low for ball 2. Lars Kiefer went all the way to full count on his last at-bat where he earned the walk. Looking to get on base here once again. 2-0 he faces. Here comes the pitch. This drop comes into the strike zone for strike 1. So 2-1 the count with Aiden Roberts on first base. Here comes the pickoff attempt on first. Roberts again sliding in safe. 2 balls and a strike with 2 outs. Now the score is 3-0 Hardhats in the bottom of the 4th inning. Kiefer takes a good hack at this one into right field. And makes the back pedals, makes the catch for the 3rd out here in the 4th inning. So that does it. Aiden Roberts had the duties of bringing in Blaine Hunt in to score. And to make this game 3-0. And for Blaine Hunt, for him, that he tallied his 43rd run of the year. So McCoy Rippetrop makes his return to the mound here in the 5th inning. And the leadoff guys here for the Mavericks are going to be Andrew Richardson, Owen Felton, and Skylar Fairchild. And those are the next 2 up here. Take a quick short break and a drink of water, and I'll be right back here on Hardhats TV, where the Hardhats lead 3-0. So McCoy Rippentrop today, this will be, he has 4 complete innings pitched, and he has thrown for 3 strikeouts. He threw for 1 in the last inning, striking out the leadoff hitter and Stellan Ridley. So they get settled in. Richardson, the first baseman, he got hits, making it the 65th hit by pitch of the year that this pitching crew has done for the Hardhats. And their average, or ERA this year, 2.693, and the whip at a 1.464. So Rippentrop here, the first pitch of the 5th inning, will come to their first baseman as he went about halfway, but that one into the strike zone for an 0-1 count. Then maybe Kenny Lodgen should maybe make a song instead of Danger Zone called Strike Zone. It should be the Hardhats theme song for all the pitchers. 0-1, this one, next one. I just said the same word twice. This one comes inside for ball 1. 1-1 count. Rippentrop gets his call. Richardson, who awaits here on the 1-1 pitch. Here it comes. This one in for strike 2. Catches Richardson watching on that one. So a ball and 2 strikes. 2 hits only on the day for the Mavericks. Coming from Nico Larson and Ridley. Next pitch. This one is swung. This ground ball. Reeder running towards after it. Makes the throw over to Steen on first. 1 away here in the 5th inning. This is Owen Felton, the third baseman, who flew out to right field on his first at-bat. This will be his second. No runners on board. Rippentrop, the first pitch, in for a strike. 0-1. Rippentrop starting off a lot of these at-bats in the strike column. An excellent way to always start off an at-bat. 0-1 pitch comes. This one drops in again for strike 2. Josh Elder doing a great job behind home plate, framing and scaling. 0-2 with 1 out. Rippentrop's pitch. This one just drops in a little low. That's going to be for ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes with 1 out. Rippentrop trying to get Felton the chase after one that he couldn't get a hit off him. Here comes the next one. Swung on and missed for strike 3. And that is going to be the 4th strikeout of the game for McCoy Rippentrop. So a new hitter will come in here. It's going to be number 1, Gabe Gibbs. He comes in for Skylar Fairchild. So Rippentrop, as he settles in, here comes his first pitch. This one is swung. This one is just going to go foul on that first base line. So he starts off 0-1 on the foul ball. Number 9 hitter. This is his first at-bat of the game. Already in the 5th inning. Quick 4th of July game. Fireworks must be one thing that they want to watch, as Rippentrop's next pitch goes just outside and hits the backstop and rolls right back to Josh Elder, who waited for it on his knees. Throws it right back here to McCoy Rippentrop on the mound. A ball and a strike with 2 away. Here for Gabe Gibbs. We'll be playing in right field now, coming in for Fairchild. Next pitch just comes outside for ball 2. Trying to give some options here for Gibbs to swing and take a pitch on here. So he re-enters the box, draws the line on home plate. Rippentrop, straight-legged, gets his call from Elder, releases. This one just got off the outside of the glove of Elder and then just rolls back. So that will go for ball 3. 3 balls and a strike. 2 outs here for Gabe Gibbs, making his first plate appearance of the game. Rippentrop with the pitch. This one comes up high for ball 4. So Gibbs will walk. And that puts a runner there, as that is the first walk allowed of the day for McCoy Rippentrop, as that is now only his 8th allowed on the year. So we go back to the top of the order here for the Mavericks to Carter Taylor. 0 for 2 today, a strikeout and a line drive to Dexter Steen on first. So Rippentrop want to see what he can do here on this next pitch. Here it comes. This one is going to be inside. It's going to hit him on the elbow guard. So the second time Ribbentrop has hit a batter here this evening. That first pitch on to Taylor. And now Coach Kindred will come out and just have a quick mound visit. With 2 away, Hardhats holding on to that 3-0 lead. You still want to play sharp here. You want to keep that foot on the gas pedal and don't hold off. So following the mound visit from Coach Kindred and McCoy Rippentrop after the hit by pitch to Carter Taylor, this is Rylan Davis, 0 for 2 today. A line drive and a fly out. First pitch, this one is going to be swung. This one is popped up and out of play. So 0-1 to start off. Runners on 1 and 2. Gibbs on second. Taylor on first. Rippentrop seeing what Elder decides. Seeing what Elder wants to see what pitch here. This one comes. This one down to the turf. Got a piece of the glove and rolls it right in front of Elder. So that's going to be for ball 1. A 1-1 count now. 1 ball, 1 strike. Rippentrop here on the mound. Gets his call. Looks back to the runner on second. Blaine Hunt backs off. Pitch is swung. This one is into right field in foul territory, and that one goes out of play. Carter Johnson was giving chase. So 1-2 with 2 outs. Runners on 1 and 2. Not on third. So Rippentrop trying to get that throwing arm a little bit more loose here. So it starts to get a little bit tightened up here. So you kind of, here with the palm, trying to maybe send a signal towards Elder. 1-2 count with 2 away. Runners on 1 and 2. Rippentrop, the pitch comes. This one down low. Goes behind through the legs of the 5-hole of Josh Elder for ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Rippentrop probably just saying 1 more pitch here, and you could go into the bottom of the 5th. So he gets his call. Davis, the pitch and the at-bat. This one is going to be for ball 3. And crowd does not like it. It was a little close there, so 3 balls, 2 strikes. Here for the Mavericks catcher. Looking to get for his first base hit of the game. Rippentrop here with the call. Here with his pitch. Runners send off. This one is outside for ball 4. So that is going to put the bases loaded for the Mavericks. The last 3 at-batters, he has walked 2 and hit 1. Now this is Coulter Nico Larson, a single and a ground out today. 1 for 2. Base is loaded. You only need 1 more out here to get away in this 5th inning. Second baseman comes up to bat. McCoy Rippentrop settles on in. Blaine Hunt, the shortstop, jumping up and down, waiting here for this next play. Here comes the pitch. First one is in for a strike. 0-1 to start off for McCoy Rippentrop. Nico Larson awaits here from the 0-1 count. So the first one he lets go through. Bases loaded. Gibbs on third. Taylor on second. Davis on first. Swung on a miss for strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here. A good start to this at-bat for McCoy Rippentrop. Runners on all 3. Nico Larson takes a deep breath here at bat. McCoy Rippentrop gets his call. Lifts the leg. Pitch comes. This one is inside. Catches him looking. And he sends him to the dugout with bases loaded. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Hardhats holding on to that 3-0 lead. And McCoy Rippentrop adds for his 6th strikeout of the game. So for the Hardhats here, it is going to be Wyatt Reeder, the leadoff hitter, followed by Kane McLeod and Jace Morgan. So those are the three due up here, entering the bottom of the fifth. Easton Reimers makes his way back to the mound for Missoula. So we'll take a short break here on Hardhats TV, and we'll be back here once the bottom of the fifth inning starts up again. Alrighty, so we're back here for the start of the bottom of the fifth inning. Wyatt Reeder today, 1 for 2, an RBI single and a flyout. So Wyatt Reeder will do the duties of leading off here in this inning. Hardhats getting pumped up in the dugout. Reimers here with the first pitch. In for a strike with an 0-1. Reeder here awaits for his next pitch. Reimers, this one comes. This one's going to go outside for ball one. Read the wrong category. A ball and a strike here. Reimers on the 1-1 pitch, swung on a miss for strike 2 by Reeder. So he's got a 1-2 count in the bottom of the fifth inning, a 3-0 lead here for the post-22 Hardhats. Easton Reimers, the pitcher for the Mavericks. Here comes his next pitch, that top left corner for ball 2 off to Reeder. Reeder swings the bat down low, waiting here for this next pitch. He'll take a swing. This one is going to the left field side. This one is going in fair, but it's going to be caught by the left fielder and Stellan Ridley for one away. So Kane McLeod, 0 for 2 today. An RBI ground out and a single. So following Reeder, the leadoff hit into left field. That was caught first pitch that McLeod will see here. Takes a piece of it, fouls off, hits the netting for an 0-1 start. So 0-1, Reimers. Big old leg kick. Another one, foul ball. As that one hits right in front of the Hardhats dugout, right in that fence. And all the players, I think, forgot there was a fence there. The reactions were priceless. 0-2 count with one away. Reimers here on this next pitch to Kane McLeod. Swung on a miss for strike 3. And Kane McLeod, as that is going to be Reimers' second strikeout this evening. And now this pulls in Jace Morgan. And for Kane McLeod, that is being for his 32nd strikeout of the year. Morgan today 1 for 2, a single and a ground out. First pitch he sees, this ground ball played over to Richardson on first base. Underhand toss to Reimers, the pitcher, tags first base for the third out. So quick fifth inning, we go to the sixth. Hardhats still up 3-0. And the Hardhats went quickly 1-2-3 with Reeder, McLeod, and Morgan. And for the Mavericks, they only have 2 innings left here to make a difference here in this game on this third day of the 50th annual Firecracker tournament. And McCoy Rippentrop, he'll come right back out here for the Hardhats. Rippentrop in the last inning threw 2 strikeouts. He's thrown 5 today. He hasn't pitched a full game yet this year. We will see if he will tonight. So he gets his warm-up throws in. And the leadoff hitter for the Mavericks is going to be the pitcher, Easton Reimers, followed by Stellan Ridley and Caden Tennis. Those are going to be the 3 due up here for the Mavericks. Reimers today 0 for 2 with 2 groundouts right to Wyatt Reeder. There must be a magnet stuck to him when Reimers is up to bat. So on a great night here, at the start of this game, it was 65 degrees. As it is up to 69 degrees right now, with little to none wind. 68% humidity. Tomorrow, 83 degrees with some showers expected to happen. But Sunday is going to be the day that the Hardhats will hopefully want to play at 4:30 for the championship, and that's going to be sunny skies with a high of 79. So that's the weather report. I'm meteorologist coming out of me. So McCoy Rippentrop will do the duties of the first pitch here in the 6th inning to their pitcher in Easton Reimers. Only 7 hits here. Rippentrop, who has allowed no runs and has only allowed 2 hits. Here comes the first pitch of the 6th inning, as this one is going to be in for a strike. Starts off 0-1. Reimers, a big, tall baseball player. Here comes his next pitch. This one is going to be also into the strike zone for strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes for McCoy Rippentrop, the leadoff hitter here in Easton Reimers. Rippentrop delivers his pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 3. A 3-pitch strikeout adds for his 6th of the game and sends Reimers back to the dugout. And now this pulls in Stellan Ridley. Stellan Ridley 1 for 2 today. His first at-bat hit a double, and then he followed with a strikeout on his second at-bat. Rippentrop's 4th pitch of the inning. This one is going to be swung. This one is a hard-hit ground ball. Squeaks past Reeder, who is giving chase to on second into right field for a single for Stellan Ridley, as he goes 2 for 3 today, getting a single and double. And now this pulls in Caden Tennis. 0 for 2 today. A line drive to Steen on first and a ground out that resulted right back into the hand of McCoy Rippentrop. He had to do the easy little toss over towards Dexter Steen on first. So Rippentrop following the first pitch of the base hit. Swung on a miss by Tennis for strike 1. Dexter Steen on first. We haven't seen a pickoff attempt here from the Hardhats thrown by Rippentrop on first, as Steen is in the ready position. 0-1 with 1 away. Here comes the pitch. This one is inside for ball 1. 1-1-1 reads the scoreboard in left field. As that was the 3rd hit of the game for the Mavericks. 2 of them belonging to the recent hitter in Ridley, as this next pitch to Tennis inside for ball 2. 2-1 count here for McCoy Rippentrop, the starting right-handed pitcher. Here comes his next one, swung on. This one is fouled up and away and out of play. So it was 2-1, now results 2-2 following that recent foul ball. Runner on first. Rippentrop gets his call. Takes a gander back on first in the corner of his eye. Here comes the pitch. Swung on. This is a play. This one into shallow center field, as that's going to be back-to-back hits. Puts runners on first and second for the Mavericks. The first base hit of the day for Caden Tennis. So Richardson, the first baseman, a hit by pitch today and a ground out. So runners on 1 and 2 with 1 out. Another double play opportunity here in the hands of the Hardhats. Blaine Hunt, who has been a factor of a lot of those, as well as Reeder, Roberts, and Steen. All the infielders. So Rippentrop here, he'll get his call after back-to-back hitters get singles. He takes a quick step here off the mound to recollect and regather some thoughts. First pitch here to the first base for the Mavericks. This one is going to be in for ball 1. 1-0 count. We start seeing some action in the bullpen here for the Hardhats. Can't see that far. We'll see if he comes in later. A 1-0 count here. This pitch from McCoy Rippentrop is going to be for ball 2. Another mixed reaction from the crowd there, as they thought that should have been called for strike 2 or strike 1. This is going to be a 2-0 count here for Richardson, the first baseman. Rippentrop's pitch comes in, swung on, got a piece of it, hits the netting for a foul ball, so 2-1 the count. Man on deck is Owen Felton, who runs to get that foul ball out of the way. 2-1 following the foul ball. Rippentrop looks back to the runner on second. This pitch is in for strike 2. Richardson hesitated on the swing. He decided to hold off. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Rippentrop, who struck out the leadoff hitter Eason Reimers on a 3-pitch strikeout. And then back-to-back singles from Ridley and Tennis. This pitch gets away off the chest of Elder, and that's going to move the runners to 2 and 3 as that was taken for ball 3. So full count here for Andrew Richardson. We see Coach Kindred standing up here as Elder and Rippentrop are going to have a quick conversation here. And that one just got out of the control of Elder. She's going to walk this one up here with Rippentrop. Give him some time here to rest that arm. 3-2 count with 1 out. Runners on second and third in the top of the 6th inning. 3-0 Hardhats. They've had this lead since the start of the game. It was 2-0. And then back in the 4th, they made it 1 extra to make it 3. This pitch comes outside for ball 3. So a walk will result into bases loaded here for Missoula. And we're going to see Coach Kindred once yet come out here for his second mound visit with McCoy Rippentrop. And this will pull in Owen Felton, the third baseman today, with a flyout and a strikeout. So following the mound visit from Coach Kindred to McCoy Rippentrop, bases loaded with only 1 out here. As this is the number 8 hitter in the lineup, third baseman Owen Felton 0 for 2 today. So Rippentrop, who's had a long delay here after the talk with Eller now with his coach. Here comes the first pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 1. And won't hit the turf before he even reached the plate. 0-1 here with 1 away. Felton settles in here for his next pitch that he will see from Rippentrop. Delivers. This one is swung. This ground ball. Diving play by Roberts. Throws to second. Reeder over to first. Won't get the double play. So fielder's choice as they bring a runner in from third. As that is Stellan Ridley. So 3-1 now the score. Roberts, who made an impressive diving play there to get that going. So this is now Gabe Gibbs, who had to walk his first time up. As they got Andrew Richardson out from Roberts to throw over to second. And then Reeder to throw to first where Felton just beat it out. So Hardhats up 3-1. That 3-0 lead is now cut into 2. Rippentrop, his first pitch here. This is swung. A hard ground ball right to Dexter Steen. Takes a pitch from my book with a little bit of a goalie drop. And that will be for the third out here in the top of the 6th. They only allowed 1 run there. So Missoula gets on the board. Hardhats looking good here. Dexter Steen may have a bruise there, Larry. He took a hard ground ball right off the chest. So Eason Reimers back on the mound here. This could be the last time he pitches in this game. Again, don't forget tomorrow at 4:30, Hardhats take on Scott, followed by a 7 o'clock game versus Azteca, the doubleheader tomorrow, and then after the games, it's the fireworks show that will be streamed here as well on Hardhats TV if you're not able to come and watch the games. So leadoff hitter here for the Hardhats is going to be Dexter Steen, who made that play to finish out the top of the 6th. And it'll be followed by Carter Johnson and Josh Elder. Those are the 3 next up. So Easton Reimers, he's allowed 7 hits today, 3 runs, and 2 strikeouts. So Dexter Steen, Hardhats first baseman, comes in here to lead off the 6th. Reimers' first pitch. Steen lets that one fly by for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. Reimers digs into the mound. Next pitch swung on. This is a hard ground ball. Third baseman picks it up. Throws over to first. That one gets away from Richardson. Steen tags first. He puts on the wheels over to second. He's going to put on the brakes. So he's going to get on second following an error, the first of the day by both teams. So now this is Carter Johnson, who is 1 for 2 today with a double and a flyout. So Steen hands off the batting equipment over to the coach to put it into his bag. So Johnson, his 3rd at-bat here of the game. Reimers, the pitch comes in for a strike on a Johnson. Went for signaling for a bunt as first baseman and Andrew Richardson is going to play here into the grass turf. Plays in the green. Steen takes his hobbles off of second, getting closer and closer to third. Reimers doesn't know what to do, looking back and forth, and a quick time called here by Johnson at bat. Reimers, who was looking back and forth, didn't know where he wanted to go or step off, so Johnson just decides, hey, I'll take the time out here and take another time here as Johnson, who takes another step, as seeing some fireworks here on the left side of the screen. Or sorry, not of the screen, but over here. So home plate umpire, I'm not sure what's going on here. I think Johnson may have called for an extra timeout here. Manager Kelvin Torvey on that third base line gives him the sign. 0-1 the count after Johnson let the first one go in for a strike. Reimers looks back to second on Steen. This is going to be a bunt. Plays is fair. Over to the third baseman. Felton the throw over to first. Gets away from Richardson again. Dexter Steen. The Steen Bean comes in to score. Johnson not stopping at second. He's going into third. And the throw is not even attempted. So Tater Johnson. Same thing that happened with Dexter Steen. Second throwing error from third base to Richardson at first. He can't hold on to it, and the Hardhats now have a 4-1 lead with Dexter Steen getting in for a run. So this is Josh Elder. Still no outs here in the bottom of the 6th. Only an inning and a half left to go. All the infielders are being told to come in tighter here. Here comes the first pitch to Elder. This one comes up high for ball 1. 1-0 count to start off. Reimers. Johnson kicking the turf with the heels. This next pitch comes in for strike 1. 1-1. Reimers lifts the leg. Pitch comes in. This one is in for strike 2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes is the count here for the Hardhats catcher. Takes a second here outside the box, and he re-enters. Reimers, the pitch comes. This one outside for ball 2. 2-2. With Johnson on third, following him, ending up all the way on third base, following the throw error back-to-back times. And this is going to be hit by Elder. Shortstop throws it over to first, gets the first out. 1 away on a ground out from Elder. So Blaine Hunt here, the shortstop, a ground out, a hit by a pitch today, also having a stolen base and a run. Johnson still on third base. Infielder still playing in really tight here. Watching that bunt from Hunt. He's just going to take a full-on swing here. Gets a piece of it, fouls off here to the netting. Starts off 0-1. No balls, 1 strike with 1 out. Reimers' his next pitch. Swung on by Hunt. This one sneaks by 3 guys. Pulls in Johnson to score, and the Hardhats now up by 4. It is 5-1. An RBI single for Blaine Hunt. And brings Carter Johnson in to score. Steen and Johnson now bringing those. We go back to the top of the order, making his 4th appearance here to the plate. Aiden Roberts, 2 for 3 today. 2 singles, a strikeout, a stolen base, an RBI, and a run. He's pretty much got every stat in the book. He takes this first pitch on it, takes a piece of it for a foul ball, goes 0-1. Lars Kiefer will quickly get this ball here, foul ball out of the way. 0-1, Hunt, the only runner on first. Reimers throws it towards him. On the pickoff attempt, he's in safe. No balls, 1 strike. 8 hits today for the Hardhats, 4 for the Mavericks with their 2 errors. This one is swung on by Roberts. Hunt was trying to take off the second. This one is into right field. This one is going to be foul ball. So Roberts now faces 0-2, the right fielder for Missoula. In Gabe Gibbs. Chase after that one, it just drops foul to the right side. So no balls, 2 strikes here is the count. Hunt, who tried to take off to second, forced back to first following the hit from Roberts. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. This one up high for ball 1. Roberts, who started to back up there as that one was coming in too close for him, for his liking. So 1-2 now. Hunt still on first, following his RBI single with 1 away. Pitch comes in. This one is swung. Ground ball to third. The throw to second gets Hunt out. The throw over to first. Roberts speeds it. And they call a double play. So, Pokey Page, manager Kellen Torby running out here, explaining what this call is. Coach Kira on first 2. It looked like Roberts beat it out. Umpires Pokey Page today waiting a little bit while to call that. So we go to the top of the 7th. This is the last inning of play. If Missoula gets 4 more runs here to tie this game 5-5, Hardhats will have 1 more opportunity into the bottom of the 7th. But if Missoula gets 5, they make it a 6, or get more than 5, they obviously have an opportunity to win this game. So they go back to the top of the order with Taylor Davis and Nico Larson as McCoy Rippentrop was here on the mound. So top of the 7th inning, and a 5-1 lead here in this 3rd day of the 50th annual Firecracker Tournament. So this game has definitely gone by fast. Hardhats getting 2 runs scored in the last inning. All the infielders salute the outfielders. Elder and Rippentrop. We'll discuss some final things here before the first pitch of the 7th will be thrown. Here for Carter Taylor today, a strikeout, line drive, and a hit by pitch. And Rippentrop looks dead center. Lifts the leg, pitch comes. This one is going to be in for strike 1. A few more strikes to go. 3 outs to finish this, and you go 3-0 here in the Firecracker Tournament. 0-1 count to start off. The leadoff hitter in Taylor, the first hitter. This is swung line drive. This is going to drop for Blaine Hunt, the shortstop. Throws to Steen on first, and the ground out gets the first out. 2 to go. So now this pulls in Ryland Davis, the catcher. line drive, a fly out, and a walk today. That one was another good look here of the fireworks happening a little bit over towards us here. Rippentrop's next pitch. This one is popped up high. This one into right field. Johnson's under it. Makes the catch for the second out. One more to go. It's Nico Larson. So here we go, 2 away. Nico Larson, the second baseman. Hardhats up 5-1. The top of the 7th inning. Rippentrop's next pitch. Swung on a miss for strike 1. 2 more to go. McCoy Rippentrop gets his call from Elder. Lifts the leg. Pitch comes. This one is in for ball 1. A 1-1 here with 2 away. Rippentrop, the righty, with the delivery. This one is for ball 2. So a 2-1 count here. Last 2 pitches for 2 balls. Rippentrop here with this pitch. Swung on this ground ball. Right by Aiden Roberts, the third baseman. The throw to Steen at first is there. And the final score, Hardhats 5, Mavericks 1. And they go 3-0 here in this 50th annual Firecracker tournament. So that will wrap up this game here today. I'll mention some things here before we go. Tomorrow a doubleheader at 4:30 against Scott and at 7 against Azteca with the fireworks show happening later. And for my player of the game here, I think I'm going to have to give it here to Aiden Roberts. Aiden Roberts and Carter Johnson are the 2 finalists, but Aiden Roberts, who had great game, a lot of fielding plays as well. So this is a 5-1 final. We'll see you tomorrow for the doubleheader at 4:30 and 7, as well as the fireworks show at 10 o'clock. This is Wyatt Simmons.